Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, with the stresses of the holiday comes an increased risk of heart attacks. We talked to local health officials.
Plus, UNL's chancellor announces his retirement and reflects on his time at the university. But first tonight.
As we get into this kind of weather, this is no joke. That's weather that will kill somebody on the streets.
What Lincoln is doing to help those in need survive the winter weather. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. By tomorrow night, winter weather is expected to hit much of the state.
That's right. We're talking about snow and very frigid temperatures. Rusty will have the latest in just a little bit. But first, making sure everyone has a warm place to stay. Channel 8's Matthew Mitleiter has more on how Lincoln's only homeless shelter is preparing to keep people out of the cold.
Over the next few days, wind chills are expected to drop to around 35 to 45 degrees below zero, meaning anyone caught outside for too long could be facing frostbite and hypothermia in a matter of minutes. That's why Pastor Tom of the People's City Mission says right now they're trying to keep everyone off the streets and inside.
We're really worried about the cold weather right now. If it gets 30, 40 below, that's weather that will kill somebody on the streets. We've encouraged and asked all the homeless to come into the mission if they're on the streets. If they're not on the streets, shelter in place. If they're on the streets, in tents, whatever, come in. We're letting everybody in.
Pastor Tom says if you see anyone out on the streets who needs somewhere to stay, tell them to come to the mission. He says there were over 200 people at the shelter recently, and they're expecting to house Lincoln's entire homeless community over the next few days.
I don't think anybody is staying out there when it gets this cold. So I expect we'll have 98 to 100% of the homeless at the mission when the weather gets this bad.
He also said with so many people at the mission, it's going to be tough to handle everyone there. But they won't be asking anyone to leave or turning people away.
A lot of the homeless know this is serious stuff, and so they're behaving with each other. We haven't had any major issues. We've been kind of a little nervous and trying to see what would happen.
The mission is loaded up with extra blankets, food, and supplies for the rest of the week and into the holiday weekend. Pastor Tom says so far they've been able to handle everyone at the shelter, but they're working with Lincoln Police just in case there are any complications.
We have a great police department, so we know that they're going to help us if we need it. We're concerned a little bit, but we've done this before, and so far we've been very fortunate in that things have gone well. So we're hoping that'll happen again.
Pastor Tom says the mission will be shutting down in taking donations on Thursday and Friday to keep anyone from driving in the winter weather. But until then, they're accepting blankets and anything people would like to bring to help out. Reporting in Lincoln, Matthew Mitleiter, Channel 8 News.
And if you would like to donate, we have a list of supplies the mission needs. That information's on our website. Click on this story on KOKNTV.com. The potential of a large winter storm coming tomorrow has many scheduling flights out of Lincoln's airport a bit earlier.
Airport staff are encouraging flyers to pay attention and look out for any last-minute updates. They recommend showing up at least 2 hours early and to check the United Airlines app frequently for cancellations or delays. And even though flights might be affected by the weather, the airport staff won't be going anywhere.
We do know that it potentially could get bad with the snow and the high winds and freezing temps. And one thing I did learn is that the Lincoln Airport is actually never closed. So I talked to our director of operations yesterday, who oversees all the snow operations here at the Lincoln Airport, and he said we've never closed.
One final tip for employees is to remember to prepare ahead of time on how you plan to travel to the airport. Hospitals in our area say their emergency rooms can get packed during this time of year.
They say some cases are related to heart conditions and the stress of the holidays. Channel 8's Veronica Barreto joins us live here in the studio with more on what our hospitals are saying. Veronica?
CHI Health and Bryan Health say people face an increased risk of a heart attack during winter and also during the holidays. They say an increase of activities and a change in diet is sometimes the reasons why. Health experts say shoveling heavy snow can cause heart attacks or other issues, especially if someone is not used to this type of physical activity. They also say during the holidays you might eat more salt or drink more alcohol, which can also lead to some serious heart concerns.
Cardiovascular events have been shown to be more common around the holidays, specifically December 24th, 25th, and then January 1st.
Experts say you should consult your physician if you have any doubt on what you should or you should not do. Hospitals say besides cardiovascular problems, there are many people who come to the emergency rooms because they have hurt themselves in the snow. They say people should stay home if they can and be aware of weather conditions.
All right, Veronica, thank you for the report. And removing snow can be a challenge for many Lincoln residents. The city is sending out a reminder about the Snow Angel Volunteer Program.
LTU often receives calls from residents who are physically unable to remove the snow themselves. To fill this need, it started the Snow Angels program to connect volunteers willing to shovel snow with residents who need the service. You can sign up to help a neighbor out in need on the city's website.
All right, let's get the latest now on what we're expecting. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Yeah, lots to talk about. We do have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, and the potential for snow. A lot of wind, a lot of cold, and very brutally cold wind chill. So let's get right to it. Here's your winter weather advisory that's in place. That's in the purple shaded counties. That's just about the entire state. This starts tomorrow and goes through, well, until it decides to end, which could be Thursday or Friday. And that winter storm warning, the pink shaded counties, does include Lincoln and Omaha and southeast Nebraska into parts of Iowa, where just a little bit more snow is possible. But really, I don't think it's going to matter too much how much snow we get, because it is going to be blowing around a lot. And because of that, we have wind chill warnings for the entire state of Nebraska. I don't know if I've ever seen the entire state of Nebraska under a wind chill warning all at once like this. This goes Wednesday through Saturday. So this is not just a one and done. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into Saturday. So a long duration cold snap here. Quiet out there right now, even some sunshine. And it is cold, but it's just not as cold as it's going to be as we head into Thursday. Outside, this is Schoen's Roofing in Beatrice. The camera there showing the sun going down, and it's cold. It's just not brutally cold like it will be later. 13 degrees in Beatrice, 11 in Nebraska City, 11 also in Grand Island, but that colder air is lurking. It's just off to the north, just shy of 0 degrees one side or the other. Wind speed, not bad yet. It's just about everybody below 10 miles per hour. So the wind chill is tolerable, still below 0, but it's, again, a lot better than it's going to be. So tomorrow's kind of the transition day. 4 degrees to start the day, sure, a cold start. 20 degrees by noon, and then a mixed precipitation potential, very light, and 26 degrees by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then things change. So we've got lots to talk about as we get past Wednesday into Wednesday night and Thursday. More on that in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. We have new details now on a crash we first brought you to you on our midday show today. 2
drivers were taken to the hospital after a crash in southeast Lincoln. The 2-vehicle crash happened around 10:30 this morning at the intersection of 70th and Nebraska Parkway. Police tell us both drivers have non-life-threatening injuries. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. Well, UNL will be looking for a new chancellor this summer. Ronnie Green announcing his retirement this morning.
He reflected on his more than 6-year tenure in a special video with his wife.
That while these past 13 years have been exciting and exhilarating, they also have collectively been taxing on our physical and our mental batteries. And out of that reflection, we reached the family decision that 2023 would be the year for Husker, Jane, and I to step away from public-facing life, to focus our next chapter privately on our growing family and our faith.
Green and his wife Jane are both alums of the university. He guided UNL through several coaching changes, the COVID pandemic, and many allegations of sexual assault involving the university's Greek life. He plans to retire at the end of June of next year or until a replacement has been found. The Capital Humane Society is sharing some record-breaking stats involving adoptions this past year. The nonprofit has seen the most adoptions in a single year.
They've helped more than 3,600 animals find homes and have taken in more than 6,000 into their care. Their Positive Impact project has certainly been helpful, providing more than 300 pets with preventative vet care. The nonprofit wants to make sure the Lincoln community knows how thankful they are for the support. Still to come on the news tonight, the futures of hundreds of migrants now hanging in the balance as the battle over Title 42 remains in the hands of the Supreme Court.
That story and your full forecast with Rusty right after the break.
Now to the battle at the border. The Supreme Court ordering Title 42, the pandemic-era policy restricting immigration, to remain in place for now.
It comes as Texas sends hundreds of National Guard soldiers to El Paso, where the number of migrants continues to strain resources there. ABC's Morgan Norwood is at the border with more.
The futures of hundreds of migrants now hanging in the balance as the battle over Title 42 remains in the hands of the Supreme Court. The rollback of the Trump-era health policy keeping asylum seekers from entering the U.S. now on pause, with the Biden administration expected to issue a response as soon as today.
I'm grateful that the Supreme Court has offered a stay. On the ground, it is a very frantic situation.
Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez shot this video inside the El Paso Processing Center. He says the facility is overcrowded and Border Patrol agents overwhelmed.
Over 500 people in a small confined area, one bathroom that has a half wall.
A similar story for local facilities. They're bursting at the seams and forced to turn some refugees away.
We've had very significant numbers of refugees that have been spending the night out on the street.
With an average of 2,200 daily crossings into the U.S. this month, and more feared, the Texas National Guard now on the ground to try and help the city manage the steady stream of migrants. Emily Rivas came here from Venezuela and is pleading for asylum. She says, "We have suffered a lot since we left Venezuela. I ask from the bottom of my heart to allow us to cross." The White House says it is surging resources to the border. As for the situation here on the ground in El Paso, the city says it's working with the Red Cross, scrambling to find a facility large enough to fit up to 10,000 cots. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, El Paso, Texas.
And now to the latest on that 6.4 earthquake that rocked the Northern California coast early this morning.
It happened about 200 miles north of San Francisco. More than 80 aftershocks felt, one reported to be 4.6 in magnitude. Thousands are still without power, some homes ripped from their foundations, others up in flames. As you can see, these storefront windows smashed to pieces and items scattered along a hardware store.
This is earthquake country. We do feel a lot of 3.5, 4 earthquakes, but to get a 6.4, it's really significant. We are still doing assessments. We are still, driving around and trying to make sure that everyone is okay. So we're encouraging people to check in on their neighbors, check in on their friends.
The sheriff says this is the most significant earthquake the area has seen in about 11 years. Crews are now working around the clock to get power back up for the thousands who are still in the dark.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Outside right now, it's pretty quiet. Not a whole lot going on. Southeast Community College at 84th and O looking at clear skies, some light snow left on the ground, and it's cold. Temperatures are on the chilly side. Things are going to change, though, in an interesting manner. Now, right now, we've got a lot of 11s out there. Southeast Community College, East Campus, Yankee Hill Road, and out at the airport, all 11 degrees. Temperatures are colder the further north you go, and west, it's colder too. 8 in Columbus, 7 in Central City, a couple of 9s in Aurora and York. You factor in a little bit of a wind out of the north and east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's not a whole lot of wind compared to what's headed our way, but it does give us a chill from about 0 to a few degrees below 0 to a few degrees above 0. Hebron, the warm spot with no wind at 14 degrees for the wind chill. But this is, again, just kind of the quiet period, the calm before the storm. Clear to partly cloudy skies, a little bit of light snow trying to get going in parts of the panhandle where they're like, no, we're good for a really long time. So hopefully they miss out on most of this snow, which it kind of looks like it's going to. Cold air in place, increasing that cloud cover. Here's 6 a.m. Wednesday. Still not a lot going on, but there is some cloud cover and there's enough moisture. We're going to get a south wind by about noon at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's going to override some of that colder air that's going to be near the surface. It'll be a little bit warmer at the top. So some of this right here could be a little light freezing drizzle, freezing mist, something like that. Then a couple of snowflakes possible as well. That will move off to the east. And then things kind of get wound up a little bit. This is 5 p.m. Wednesday. The snow starts to pick up a little bit. We could see a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch as we head into the early evening hours. Then another swath moves through by Wednesday night, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And then a band tries to show up Where this gets situated could be a little further north, could be a little further south. That's where your heavier snowfall will be, and then an Arctic blast is going to make its way in. I think this is the real story. A lot of wind and a lot of cold coming with that Arctic blast. So how much snow are we talking? Not much to the north, 1 to 2 inches for just about everybody, maybe a little bit higher the further east you go. I'm leaning more towards the 2-inch side of things than the 4, because we're going to see some dry air come in. We're going to see a lot of wind. Measuring this snow is going to be almost impossible, but still, if you have a calm spot out of the wind and it piles up, it's that light and fluffy kind, we could see that 2 to 4 inches, maybe even 3 to 6 off to the east, but I think most of us closer to that 2-inch than the 4-inch. So winter weather advisories in place for just about everybody, where the 1 to 2 inch potential is, and then winter storm warning to the south and east, where there's a little bit higher chance for a little bit more snow, but everybody is going to be cold, so wind chill warnings for the entire state. Here's your temperatures, not wind chill, temperatures as we head through Thursday, anywhere from 5 below to 15 below by Thursday afternoon. And notice we don't get above 0. As we head through Friday morning, we're looking at 10 to 20 degree temperatures below 0. The winds are going to be significant as we head through Thursday out of the north, around 40 miles per hour. So that makes your wind, this is just incredible. This is the wind chill. Look at that, just anywhere from 30 to 40 to 50, maybe even some 60 degrees below 0. Frostbite, hypothermia happens so fast, less than 30 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Further north for frostbite, and hypothermia can happen quickly as well. So the wind chill is definitely going to be dangerous as we head through the next few days. Tonight, temperatures drop to around 0 to 5 degrees. Highs tomorrow in the middle 20s. This will be the warmest we're going to be for a while. We may not get above 0 for a while. Look at that, 3 below for a high on Thursday. That snow and wind possible, and then 2 for a high on Friday. Then we slowly warm up as we head towards Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone. 25 degrees on Sunday, 28 degrees on Monday, and then back into the 30s, continuing to warm up. That 40 is going to feel really nice by the end of next week. But we have to get past this winter storm first. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of wind. The snowfall potential is out there. We're going to see brutally cold temperatures. The wind chill is going to be very dangerous. Please make sure you're up to date on everything that's happening. And if you don't have to travel, stay indoors.
And Rusty made a good point. With wind chills 45, 50 below, it only takes, what, a couple minutes, depending on the situation, for frostbite to start creeping in, right?
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all, and the colder those wind chills, the faster it happens, so please be safe.
Yeah, dangerous weather. All right, thank you very much, Rusty. Some positive gains on Wall Street today. Not big gains, but the Dow gaining 92, NASDAQ up only a point, S&P adding 4. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Animal lovers team up to pull off a giant rescue in Wisconsin. And if you're still looking for that last-minute gift, we may have some ideas for you.
These stories and more in tonight's Take a Look at This.
A rescue of a different kind out in Grantsburg, Wisconsin, after a 1,200-pound Mustang wandered away from home and fell through thin ice at Bigwood Lake. Luckily, some locals noticed the beast struggling in the frigid water, and despite the extremely thin ice and negative 5-degree weather, they teamed together to rescue him using only ropes and nylon straps. The horse is recovering at the vet and has been given a new nickname by his rescuers.
We kind of named him Jack out here when we were from Titanic. You know, we'll never let go of Jack. So, but we didn't. We held on to him the whole way.
Still too soon. There was room on that wooden door, Rose. Still looking for the perfect Christmas gift? Have no fear. Toucan Sam to the rescue with a giant Fruit Loop. Singular. Brooklyn-based artist Collective Mischief created the 930-calorie half-pound treat no one knew they needed. It's not affiliated or authorized by Kellogg's, but still, at $19.99, it's a tasty gift for the breakfast lover who has everything. Speaking of the person who has everything, one rich, lucky bidder is now one step closer to that title after spending a whopping $2.56 million on the original animatronic E.T. model from Steven Spielberg's 1982 sci-fi classic. A team of animators brought Elliot's best friend to life using electronic and mechanical elements. No word on if the lucky bidder phoned home to let them know this freaky thing would be around for the holidays. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
All right, let's get a final check of that ever so important forecast. Rusty?
Yeah, we have winter weather advisories in place and winter storm warnings for Wednesday. They kick in second half of the day for the winter storm warning, the winter weather advisory. The further west you go, the earlier it starts in the day. But by Wednesday night into Thursday, that's when really everything starts to kick in, and the wind will start to kick in too. And with the brutally cold temperatures and all of that wind out of the north at 20 to 40 miles per hour, you're looking at wind chill warnings in place for the entire state Wednesday through Saturday, a really long time for there to be a wind chill warning in place. 26 degrees for a high on Wednesday, which isn't bad, but then that mixed precipitation chance in the afternoon and then changing over to snow Wednesday night into Thursday. Windy, blowing snow possible on Thursday, a high of 3 below, and then 2 on Friday.
Just 2. All right, thanks, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The spas are here. Truckloads of spas arriving weekly.
Hurry in today.
These spas are going fast. Spas are in stock and ready for immediate delivery.
Supreme Spa and Pool.